Now we're going to start our afternoon. Leonard Touche is going to uh, talk a little bit about what he was taught as a little boy growing up for behaviors that were expected going to ceremony.
Miigwech. Kinagano ito na kung ne makapik. Naman tamayo kasi kung kakikita watu. Pat ninin ginin gipe. Gipe. Gipe na anastam. Nimiting. Matutong. Pero. Pinauchiyo yan. Ni pakini. Gi kakiki ko. Te manas tuan ke ko. Taskinin gi sa sipstam. Pat ninin gi pasisyo ko. Te ko mai ja ken ke ko mai tomen ken ba pai pon sikanaka sikonin ba pai pon kuting gi chep mus men ma hi ma tu te kan ma gi te tomen wang ni chikanon ba tamen na ko lang gi ap me ko na ne kipio pa ma ni una kusik gi chep pasisyo ko na de vi mun ne ma kan te tomen wek Gök çep muşşemen kuşay man de na win. Awancı gök şuna na woman. Hop kuma ko. Kotnu ma. Takino tap ku tak kisana ma nikkan. Kan ke kun ga ya shimin. Ni mama ko ga tun. Pe me te ko ma ga tun larde. If only you boys listened to it. You wouldn't have to go through this. Trying to go to sleep, man. I'm thinking, that's who talk is on, eh? Taskini gabi se kina mago on da. I win the mago on ke go. Temanat stone ke go. Have respect for the lodge. Even if they're over, even if when it was over, you still weren't allowed to play near these, they were like ceremonial grounds, I guess. And I was taught that went to my dad. Even the place I moved from along the hills, there's a bush there to the north side. I guess they used to have a sweat there. And when we moved away, that's where they used to hang the weapon arsenal magakuto what. What you konya you think he's a niche such a way. Go back to the old homestead. I don't know, I guess I must have missed the place. I always went back home there. I used to go sit around on the hills where our house was. But I always made it a point to stay away from that bush. I mean, I walked by there, but I didn't go in the bush. But this one time, ni te ka kom dikit. Ma ko kiname kom kai ma old man ma ki zati to ko. And that go to weapon arson where they went and hung the ribbons. And I went in there one time. And it was like a sunny day. It must be about around dinner time, 1 o'clock. I went through this bush and I knew that time already. I learned to respect these things and I got kind of scared walking through this bush, because it seemed like the wind kind of picked up a little bit, eh? And these ribbons were still hanging there. They were still long, eh? Some of them still look fresh. And I walked through the path there, and these ribbons were waving. And the old man said, you ever go in there, don't touch some things. So, anyways, those things were blowing, and I was trying to pull away there, eh? And they still rubbed on my arm. So, anyways, Oh, I better tell him what happened. I didn't mean to go in the bush. But anyways, I told him about it. I went home and I told him, "Oh man, I went in that bush." I said, "But I didn't mean to go there. I just wanted to see," I said, "what it looks like in there." Well, he said, "Make sure you didn't touch anything on purpose." He said, "Don't touch anything," he said. So anyways, he let me go that time. And from that time on, I learned to, I respect, they told me to respect elders, respect old people, respect, ever go to a feast, you gotta respect those, whatever they use in there, the pipe, whenever they pass it around and I have to smoke a pipe. My dad said always have respect for what the elders say, what they're talking about. If you understand, have respect for what they say, and that's how I grew up. I was taught respect a long time ago, many times. Don't laugh at old people and all that, And I've always tried to have respect from my elders. But now today, I didn't realize one time here that I was sitting around the tomb one morning. I just thought to myself, where's all the old people? I thought, like, oh, the Mac. I said, we are the old people now. Sometimes I guess I forget now how old I am. That I'm the oldest in my family now. I didn't. I realized that when my sister passed on, So through all those years, I used to talk with my sister, my late brother Jerry. We talked about the old people, and now that's what I do now. I talk about the old people and how things were. Just this morning, I was sitting and having breakfast at Lamb's. I ran into another guy there. We were talking about the way things used to be, how things have changed in our time, and he was talking about how the young kids are mixed up in drugs. And I told him, well, you know what? I said, I was no different. I didn't respect alcohol. It messed me up in many ways. I said, sometimes I wonder how I got here, I told him. So when I see the young people being on drugs, I'm part of that, I said, because I didn't set a good example when I was growing up, I said. So that's because maybe we didn't respect one another, I said. So with everything I heard here this morning, these guys talking, made me think lots about the way I grew up. These guys talking about how they were brought up, how they were left with the things old people left behind, and how I learned to respect these things. We were told to respect these things. As a very young kid, I learned to respect that. I learned to stay away from ceremonial grounds wherever I went along the hills. I used to walk toward the Cody side. I used to go about as far as Blue Badgerville there. And I just tell my dad how far I went. He asked me if I went on a hill. He said, if you see any old sweats, don't you go near there. He said, you have respect. He said, yeah. So that's where, for myself, I learned to respect the ceremonies. I mean, to have respect, to always have respect for these things, and I always have. I was glad to be part of them, part of these sweats. I heard a lot of. I went into a sweat with some of the guys here that are long gone. So I used to go in there. Sometimes these guys used to sing that they weren't my dad's songs. They were the songs that he carried. My dad said, one time he was singing a song. He said, these songs that I sing, he said, these are not mine. He said, can't depend on you, they're not mine. He said, I have respect for these things. He said, these things have to still go on when I'm not here. He said, there were times I heard some guys singing these songs when I was in the church with them, and I was able to sing there. This one guy there one time he was the bishop, and he was singing these songs, and me and my other brother there we should start singing with him, man. When he came out halfway, there we were we had to come out for a drink of water. And this old man said, that's what I like. He said, you guys, if you know the songs, sing them. Sing them with me, he said. And you guys make sure always have respect, he said. That's where I heard, last time I heard someone saying that to me about respect. And I always, today I see like some people here that have a ceremony, and when I hear about them having a ceremony, I always have a hope for them that whatever they're doing, I hope the Creator looks upon them, and whatever they're asking for or whatever they're dancing for, I hope takitimag tagu siya and I hope that their prayers are answered. Most of all, I respect what they're doing, and I'll always be that. I try to tell my younger people, try to tell them that they ask me questions, but like sometimes they want to know sort of what. It's a hard thing to do to try and I don't even know where to start sometimes when they ask me, how do you say this? How do you say that? Well, sometimes I just have fun with them, I do all kinds of things, eh? Oh, kaya pinako, the kachima tingom ni pain dinak. What does that mean? Do you snore when you sleep? I'll try. I have fun with them there. There was one time there, this one of my granddaughters there, she was chewing gum. Oh, what can you got a sagamic quayundina? Skego missinandina. She didn't understand. She started laughing herself. What did you say? What are you chewing? What are you using for gum? You're not? Well, that's the fun. Like it shouldn't be a funny thing. Like years ago, you would have understood these things. Because we spoke Soto. Like my nephew there today was talking about how we used to go to feast. I went to a feast yesterday. Oh, they had good soup there. He remembers when we used to eat the grease, buddy. He understands. He can speak Sudo, but he says, I don't know what I'm saying, he says. That's what me too. I'm careful. I'm very careful what I say sometimes. They gotta understand the words that you're using. If you're going to use high words, you gotta understand what you're saying. Like the ceremony. Sometimes look, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, but there was some. I told my late brother one time, Jerry was praying. I told him, geez, Darius, I don't understand what you're saying. I told him, the words you're using are like, well, just like high English, I told him. I don't know big, long words, I told him. Well, he said, I gotta use them words. He said, that's why they have them. He said, so, I'm not criticizing you. I told him, just, I'm sorry I don't understand sometimes. I told him, the big, the big high words used to use. Now, anyways, me and my brother, Willie, well, we were young kids. We used to watch cowboys and Indians in school, and used to have these Western shoes there. Every time the, at the end, the Indians used to always get a licking, eh? But, well, we were playing cowboys and Indians there one time. Willie, well, we were jumping off the bed there and jumping off the bed and off the bed and on the bed, and finally the old man got mad at us and quit messing up the bed. Anyways, Siganak, my brother, asked the old man, who's our chief? Oh, Roy Muskwa. How come he doesn't come and get us and, with a bunch of horses and we put on diapers and go killing people? That's the way it does for us. We were still, I don't know, this was probably what, around 1957. You just got our band house that time there by the highway. Anyways. And that's the way it was for us. And we were just starting to be, well, I guess about that time we started losing our language. But that's about all I have to say. I had the pleasure of listening to these people here this morning, all you guys talking here. And, guys, you guys make a lot of sense what you guys are saying. And like I said, I respect what you guys say. All you guys that have ceremonies there. Um, pretty soon, I guess they'll be starting the sweat. And all, we gotta, like that guy says, we gotta wait for that council out there across the river. And then that's where everybody starts, I guess. But I just want to thank everybody here for 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 all the words I heard here today. I've I heard a lot of good things here yesterday, today. I was just glad to be part of this group here today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Anyway, me no got min.
Thank you for those good words. Is there anyone else who would like to share any comments? We're just about ready to close, but I'm waiting for Alvin to get back here before we close up.
Chinako. Chinako. Utigayan. May way ni Chiwakan. We were sitting on a couch. And she said, "What's that noise?" I could hear it myself. I thought maybe that's the wind. So just wait. I said, "I'll go and check." I went outside, the plastic vents we have on our roofs. There's a woodpecker there. Take. I grabbed some gravel and threw it on the roof, made it up a sheet. Then I went back in the house. You mean tomorrow, eh? You know when I was a young man myself, my grandparents, like my mushroom and cocoa, my dad and mom, they say that is bad luck. You're going to hear something. Like even an owl. It's not a bad bird that you're, any kind of bird that I was told not to hate. Because them like an eagle, guinea. All they are is messengers. They're coming to tell us something like, Pushka nam ya inge, guinea me away. Nam yang, me away ma chito nantko. Swimming. Mitäs kukagi kito atku chanis napi kibisit talk, yeah. And I used to wonder a lot about that, but like what I heard in the past, like what they said to me, I related to my partner. I said that's what that means. But kan mean kay kituan mi kasi gini mga pinisyok. No. Unsitag ko ikuin ko nan a sign, something will give us a sign that we're going to hear something. Sa kami when I was playing pool in Pele last night, maybe I got a text that we changed snappy or Tony guys in Kasut. I was telling my partner. That's why we heard that woodpecker. Is that right, Kito? Yeah. She can speak Suru. She understands me, some words I say, but some words that she don't know. Ni mean them all. And she's catching on. Yeah. But Mr. Shaketon, Kitana me kun win him Kistimi gates of Magini be a copy an Amsa me gates.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Good words of wisdom. Some of the messages the wild animals have, that they bring to us, Like he says, they're just messengers, like the owl, any kind of an animal that you get signs, the spirituality is a big thing, and when Ted was talking about hunting, I'll tell you a little story there about my grandpa. He was hunting. At this time, they hunt for bear and we're going to go look for bears, and they used to ride. So they got this old man. I want to go. He said, "No, they reach you." I says, and he says, "Yeah, I want to go and I want to go kill a bear." So they went, and as they were riding, and this old man, he stopped his horse. Bring that rifle here, bring that rifle here. What is saying? Why? 'Cause there's nothing here. There's a bear hanging on that tree. And they looked, they couldn't see nothing. Away! Mapito the Paskisigan skinga Paskis. It took a shot at this bear. When he pun pepe apsi sumaya apsi amakomaga go chikito. Oh, Kogang so yeah, man, get finish and I schema his old man. He was getting mad because they wouldn't believe him. Well, apting me on a basket or skates, he got up mongan so it shot again. When he pun. Me ma, the boy went and looked at him. Nimissomes, Konksina McCoy. Koi my guy, he had a big eye, he had a big louse on his eyebrow. That was his bear. And with that, just a little story I like to tell.
Anyone else? Art, would you like to share a few words?
Hello there. I was glad to be here too and listen to these stories that are going on here and relating to these ceremonies that they talk about. Because we were brought up that way too, to be around ceremonies and stuff like that. And when Cuthbert was talking there too about what he said, I used to hear that too, my mind just went blank and all this other time. Yeah. And one of them was my uncle there, and he was talking about the pipe, when you turn them. This one time there, I went to the Sundance there, and then everybody, we were a bunch of young guys sitting there with us, and these guys didn't have no turn of the pipe, So this one old man was there, old blacksmith, old razor. He was the one doing all the churning for us. So it came to my turn. So I gave him the pipe. We were about 10, 15 clients there. Then he said, in case you got things when you smoke too much, then you Keeseekoose knows, he said. But he kept doing it, and yeah. And there's this old elder there. He was sitting on one of the seats there, and he saw this going on, and then he saw me, and didn't have a turn that I was told to use anyway, Although we had one from our lodge, but I was never told to use it somewhere else. So this old man comes and he calls me, come and sit with him. That was Boyens, from Keys, Yeah, an old relative, yeah. And man, what happened? He told me, you got me in India when I'm not going to give in. He said, I'll give you an easy one, he said, So he showed me, So me, where's where you go up to tone, kid, So that was one of the things that those old elders, they watch, if you don't have something, they'll give you, And I was grateful to this old guy, when he gave me that turn of the pipe, Yeah. Stuff like that happens in lodges, And when my uncle Musto was talking there about the council, because when you go in there, you ought to pay your way into there, And I remember being told that to participate in there, you ought to make offerings, and my grandfather did that for us, all of us in our ceremonies, like stuff like that, and that I was thinking about when I hear these things, And then when Cuthbert was talking about it's us now, that's the elders, now, older people. Last week there was at the hockey tournament in Saskatoon I was at the Riviera Hotel there, I was going for breakfast that morning, and there's a little white woman sitting there, smoking away. You can tell she's kind of one of those street people, you know. So I go in there, and then I'm watching her. She's smoking outside there. Then the Crees come along there talking with her, and they told her to buy you breakfast, that woman. So they brought her in. But she says there, I'll go sit over there by myself, kind of across from me. And I was sitting there. She was kind of bothering other people, and I didn't really want her to bother me. Then she kind of, I hear somebody saying, mushroom, he said. What the hell you mean I'm a mushroom? It pissed me off in my mind, you know. Trying to call me, white hair, you know. Hey, mushroom. But she was bothering everybody in there, so I kind of know what Cuthbert was talking about. I haven't today now. The way we look in white hair and kind of an elder now, I guess is what she was saying. Yeah, well, I kind of found that funny after when I thought about it, you know, shit. No. Yeah. You know, little things that happen to us that we can relate to, and like I said, I heard a lot of good things here. Just as I come to more of these, like I said, I can relate to these ceremonies that they talk about, and what we all have, our language, I can speak my Soto language, understand it, we all do. My sisters and my brother, because it was automatic for us when we were brought up by our grandparents, They talk to you in Sudu, what you had to do and what we couldn't do, and stuff like that. The teachings that we all have, growing up, we all heard them at one time or another, stories, everything like that. To me, I like that too. Coming to listen, So I'm very grateful that I was here this weekend and kind of sit here and listen, open my ears. What did this person say? You can start to pick out, what I heard, And that's the way we learn each day. Everybody learns every day, and I try to, and I too. Yeah. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening to me. Yeah.
Thank you, Art. Okay, so before we close off our afternoon, I just want to go back to what Cuthbert was saying earlier about our ceremonies, and a few of you have mentioned that, like, there are ceremonial holders within this hall right now, and there's quite a few of you that have been to different ceremonies here or there, whenever, but I think it's part of our learning for our language and our cultures. Like he said, it's a good idea if we can start supporting one another at these ceremonies. I know people have busy lives and can't always be there, but if we can, it's a good idea. I go and sit and participate and try and learn the best I can, and from the time we started doing this, I know I'm able to pick up more and more words and phrases just by doing what I'm supposed to do, and that's listening. So now we're going to close off the afternoon. And in closing the afternoon, I'm going to ask Cuthbert to come up here and tell us about the honor song and what it means and what it represents. And then when he's done that, Elvin will sing the honor song in our closing. And I asked him to do this because it is an honor to have all of you here today. This weekend, it was an honor to have all of you here because you guys are our teachers. You guys are showing us the way for the language and the culture. And I just want to honor everyone that's here and just pray that we can continue to move forward in a good way and build our language learners even more.
What are you going to say something? Okay, I'll mention a little bit about the honor song. You know, there's many different honor songs. Different people, drum groups sing these honor songs. A lot of them are the people that sing these. They make these songs, and it's the honor songs are here. They're sang different occasions, like they honor the people. Like you go to Powell's and there's a lot of different honor songs that they sing there, and it's good to be honored with an honor song. You know, it's nothing bad or anything when you hear someone singing songs. It really touches your heart when you, especially along our people that passed on. You know, a lot of them were involved in singing. I think about that when I hear somebody sing an honor song. You know, it's good to. Like I was just thinking about, I don't know how many years back in the 90s, they had a culture camp on a hill up here. I think all those elders are gone now. You know, my late brother made that camp that 1 year. All those guys are gone, all those women. And there they used to honor them again. They would sing honor songs after the day was over. Like, but you know what? We have a lot of singers in these two communities here. Like these younger guys. They go around singing. Some of them sing at Paul, sing at different occasions. Like they honor. It's great to see them when they sing. Like I feel good when I see them singing, or hear the songs. But I think Strangler's going to sing a song now, an honor song. It's to honor you guys, the elders that are here. You know, I'll mention it. I'll mention it again. You know, we are the elders now. We gotta accept that. I didn't accept that for a while. My buddy here, is he didn't think he was an elder. Now he knows. He's an old guy. Okay, I'll give it back to Cheryl. People, the elders don't usually get up. They remain seated. But the young people could get up, like Buddy could get up.
Manito, que ya Maneto Geja Wene Mego Oh mi gwech.
Okay, please don't go anywhere yet, the elders, anyways. Okay, just hang on a second. But that song was to honor all of you that are here today because you're all very important people and you all have very important missions in your life, and that's to help those ones like myself that need to learn more yet. Miigwech.